Sir, I am Sergeant Morrison, Squad Leader of 1st Squad, 2nd Platoon, Bravo Company, 520 Infantry, 1st Infantry Brigade Combat Team, 101st Infantry Division. My squad is conducting a point ambush on the North Torbian motorized squad coming from the south using Route 345. We will start by moving to our objective and being in a security halt, and that'll be in turn into our ORP. I will initially have a leaders recon where I take in the team leaders and have Bravo team talk to them, give them my GOTWA for everyone else that we're leaving behind, take those guys I mentioned, go in and set up the security teams, and that is the Bravo team that I mentioned. So first I will put in weak side security. Weak side security will consist of a AT4 and a M320, and they will be in a good spot with lots of cover and concealment. They will be watching to make sure that the North Torbian force does not come from the opposite direction we anticipate, so not from the south but from the north, and that'll be phase line backup that they're watching if the motorized squad crosses that. And next we will go over to the strong side security, and that will have Bravo team leader there, and there will be a 249 and AT4, and also at both locations there will be a claymore set up in both areas, and that will come in when we initiate our ambush. But this strong side security here has a very good position, lots of cover and concealment, and they'll be watching to see when the enemy squad comes up these roads, and they'll have a good vantage point without being seen. And next, after I place in my security, I will go back to the ORP and grab Alpha Team and the weapon squad that was attached to us. So I will take everyone else and we will go to a release point, and then I will move people into the support and assault elements. The support element will be made up of the weapon squad, and that will consist of the 240 Bravo and the assistant gunner ammo bearer, which will have M4s, and I will set up their TRPs, or weapon squad leader or weapon team leader will set up the TRPs and make sure we're all set and they have a good vantage point without having their sectors of fire or going into any of our men to avoid fratricide. But this was a very good location for them as well, good angle on the enemy, and it will be very covered and concealed as well. In the assault element, we have Alpha Team, and Alpha Team and the rest of the weapon squad, that will consist of the 249 and 3 M4s and M320. So once everyone is set up, we're gonna make sure the sectors of fire are good and make sure our claymores are set up. And once that is good, I will radio in to higher ups to say that we are ready to conduct our ambush. And so we're going to be watching, security is going to be watching to see if that motorized force comes from either the north or the south. We're anticipating the south. So once that force comes up from the south and they get to phase line go, and before that actually the security will perform their salute to us and alert us of everything that is happening. And once that enemy squad goes to phase line go, we will commence our ambush. And the pace plan for that initiation will be claymore to start off, and if that fails, AT4, then after that the 240. And once that happens, once the claymore goes off, all the support and all the assault will start their mad minute at the enemy force to destroy their CSK is our main goal, their motorized vehicle, and their dismounted force behind them. So the claymore, AT4, and our 240 are all that's all the firepower. We're trying to destroy that motorized vehicle first and then destroy the rest of the unit. But we will start our mad minute, 45 seconds to a minute of cyclic fire, and then we'll move over to rapid and sustained. So after we start initiating and they're in the kill zone and we've destroyed the CSK and we're moving on with our ambush. I'll tell everyone to shift fire. I will do this by shooting a star cluster, a red star cluster in the sky. Everyone will see that and they will shift fire. If that doesn't work, the pace plan will be to use red smoke, and then after that whistle, and then emergency I just yell. But that is our pace plan for the shift fire. Once the shift fire is done and we have totally destroyed the enemy and killed the enemy, we will go to a lift fire. And the lift fire I will signify by a blue star cluster or a blue smoke, and then whistle and yelling. But once the lift fire has commenced, we will have the assaulting elements assault through to the LOA about 50 meters away. Then EPW team will be Alpha Team Grenadier, and then our aid and litter team will be the riflemen from Alpha Team. And so they will go in and do that, and then once everyone's back, we're going to do ACE reports. Once ACE reports are complete, we will start our withdrawal portion. And with the withdrawal portion, we have a red, white, and blue plan. That red, white, and blue plan will that look a little bit like I say red, and then the assault elements will move back to the ORP here. I will say white, and then the support element will move back to the ORP, and then blue will signify security to pick up and go back to the ORP. Once everyone is back in their ORP, we are going to make sure we're going to count up how many casualties we have, how many enemies we killed, any pertinent information, and once we get that information, I will call that in to higher ups to the PL and make sure that we're all good and see what the next course of action will be. And once we figure out the next course of action, then that will conclude our ambush here. So, sir, that concludes my brief. Are there any questions?